Solving equations on a double number line is kind of a funky thing to do, but once you do it a couple of times, you start to get the hang of it. So first of all, we need a double number line. The way we do that is we just put one number line above the other. And we got to kind of get a sense for where we want to put the zero. We are going to have this side equal this side. The top number line is going to be the number line, and the bottom one is going to be our variable. So wherever we decide to put this, we're going to, you have to think about what you're going to do. You're going to end up undoing the plus 7 and undoing the multiply by 5. And the way that we undo plus 7 is by subtracting 7, and the way we undo multiplying by 5 is dividing by 5. So I want to put my 0 right about here. On the top I label it 0, on the bottom I label it 0x. And then I'm going to put 22 near the other end because I'm not going to go any higher. And I label the top 22 and the bottom 5x plus 7. And I label this A and I circle it just so that people can follow my steps. And I did this in the homework too. Next, I want to get rid of this plus 7. So I subtract 7, and if I subtract 7 from this expression, I subtract 7 from 22 as well. So I don't know, somewhere about right here, it doesn't have to be exact. So this is going to be 5x on the bottom. And if I subtract 7 from 22, I get 15. And I label this B wherever I have room. And next I need to undo the multiplication by 5. So I take a fifth of both numbers, the 15 and the 5x, and a fifth would be right about here. And a fifth of 5x is simply x, and a fifth of 15 is 3. And I label this step C, and I go ahead and I box this as my answer. And that is solving the equation on the double number line, and we know that the solution is x equals 3. Now we can check that by plugging it into the equation. So does 5 times 3 plus 7 equal 22? Well, 5 times 3 is 15, and 15 plus 7 does equal 22. Now you don't have to do this part, but I just want to show you that you can check it. So let's do another one just so you can see, and this one's going to have another step because of the negative on the 6x. But we start by making our number lines. Now I have to think ahead on this one. First of all, my expression equals a negative 25, so I know that's going to be down in this area. Also, I'm going to be subtracting 17, so I don't want to put my 25 right here because then I'm going to have to go that way another 17. So, and then I'm going to have to take the opposite because the negative means opposite. So I do have to kind of think ahead as I create the number line. So I'm going to put 0 slightly off to the right. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have stuck it right in the middle. Well, I'm going to go with this and see how it goes. Then, of course, negative 25. Since I'm going to have to subtract 17, I'm going to put right about here. Negative 25 on the top, and on the bottom, negative 6x plus 17. And again, this is step A. The next step is to subtract 17. So to subtract 17, I need to go that way 17. which on the bottom it's easy, that just makes this negative 6x. And then subtracting 17 from negative 25 is actually adding two negatives. So negative 42. And that is step B. Now, the trick here is that I need to take the opposite. To get rid of this negative, I need to take the opposite of negative 6x, which is positive 6x. So I try to go about the same distance on the other side of the 0, and this would be 6x, because a negative means opposite. So the opposite side of 0. And that, of course, on the opposite side equals now positive 42. And that is step C. And then finally, I need to take 1/6 of 6x to find out what x equals. So I estimate 1/6 to be about here, and 1/6 of 6x is x, and 1/6 of 42 is 7. That is step D, and that is my solution. So I box it, and I write it over here. X equals 7. I don't think I did this part on the homework, so you don't necessarily have to. And then you could check it if you wanted to, which is negative 6 times 7 plus 17. Does that equal negative 25? And that's negative 42 plus 17. Does that equal negative 25? And we can see that the signs are different, so we find their difference, and they're different, and the one farther from 0 is the negative, so yes, negative 25 equals negative 25. So we know that x does equal 7. And that's solving equations on a double number line.